Well, here we go. I decided that I'm going to try to go for it by myself instead of trying to go underneath the car. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little bigger hole in the top, and I'm going to try to slide the transmission down on the side. I'll have the creeper down underneath of it, so it's got a nice soft landing, I guess. What I'm going to do is jump inside and cut a little more out of it. What I have noticed is I'll cut it out first, and then we'll go from there. I'm just going to jump back in, cut that piece out. I have to cut the cross member out of it anyways, so that's what I'm going to do. One step at a time. The more you listen to that song, Johnny Cash, one piece at a time, it really makes a lot of sense. Huh? One piece at a time. Get that light up there. Want me to put that light in any special place? I got it around my grinder, that's what happened. I got it, I lassoed. Like that good? Cut this off. Nice. Nice. Everything dropping like flies. So now I've got this cross member left here. I got the one behind me. Once we cut it all out and get the transmission all in, then I'll go back in with the square tubing and we'll face it again. This was just something that I put in there for temporary because I did not know what we were using. Now that I think that we know what we know what we're using. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pull this creeper in. I'm going to put that creeper right there. I'm hoping that I got a big enough hole. I drop that transmission down on that, and then I can slowly try to pick it up and try to put it on that. As you can see, there's two little tabs right here. I was in here and I was looking at it, and I guess that's something like any transmission. It has to cog in on your pump. I guess this must be where it cogs in on the pump, because I can see the teeth in on I got a little light going there on the exhaust pipe. I see the teeth on the transmission, so what I did is I just went out front and I took a wrench and I turned it over so the teeth were on the top, and so the teeth will go in on this pump, on this transmission. So that's what has been done. So it will fit. So now I'm gonna pull the nuts and washers off, get the transmission inside here, and see somehow if I can wrestle it down the side. I'm not sure, but I might have to cut more out maybe. I don't want to cut too much out. That's why I never cut cut more out, but I start cutting too much out at once. I've done that before, and sometimes it doesn't prevail to be a good thing. Just a little bit at a time. If you got to cut something 3 or 4 times, it's worth it than to cut it too short and then say, dang, I've got to do something. But anyways, I got this transmission there. I'm going to try to drop it in there. I hope I'm going to be as careful as possible. It is heavy. Somehow, some way, that hole doesn't look big enough, does it, baby? I should take it. I can turn it on its side and get it down in. I just don't want to cut too much out. I guess that's the issue. That's the issue. Well, I'm going to cut more out. I've decided by looking at it that I want to finish cutting the square tubing out on this side. I want to finish cutting that out. I want to finish it, cut it out. I'm going to put a new piece in there, obviously. Sparks in the airs. Here she goes. Just cut a little bit more out. Cut a little more out. Got to put some more square tubing back in there, which that's okay. That's fine by me, not a problem. And that square tubing would run right up along this floor. We clamp that all tight, run it right up to the firewall, tack it in. I like tacking like this. See how I got to tack like that? Every, I don't know, inch, 3/4 of an inch. If you bend your panel, and what I'm saying, if you have a flat panel like this, if I took that panel down like that and then bent it flat over this way and spot welded it on, it would take me longer. The spot welds that you do, sometimes you don't know if they penetrate good enough or not. Then you clean it all off and you seam seal it. Well, the seam sealer does not really do anything for you. The metal's laying on top of each other. It's actually just kind of close the seam off, hoping that the rust does not come out. But as I do that and make no lip on it, I can do it twice as fast because I can put it on there, go bap, 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 and spot it on there. When I put my seam sealer on, when you put your seam sealer in amongst all those little beads of weld and a little bit of gap in the metal, you won't get that seam sealer off nowhere near compared to how you would peel it off on the floor if you put a little lip there and sealed it off. When I seam seal this car, it's going to be made to stick because it's going in that seam. And it's going to be biting on every one of those little tiny welds and any tiny little gap that it has. And it's really going to bite good. No one can tell me any different. Generally, or most times, unless you got the big spot welder that's doing the right thing, I've had more spot welds pop off after hours of doing it or after weeks of doing it. Pop off when you think you have enough penetration, but you really don't. So that's why I like to do it that way. Plus, I find it faster because I don't have to bend the lip over to make it fit perfectly. I just have to get the pattern fit next. Anybody that fixes a car knows that that stuff will be seam sealed. That was heavy, hit my knuckle. Anyways, I'm going to pop it on this side. Stand on the cross members, not going to stand on something else that's not got a good support. What I'm thinking is I just don't want to jack the engine up, jack the car up, try to get the transmission in there. I just want to try to slide it in from put it in from the top here and slide it on that there if I can. I should take these off. That boy, Chatty. I'm going to have to get a wrench, take them off, or a socket. I see they're not going to let me, excuse me, they're not going to let me take them off easy. I would say they're 3/4 inch, 1/16, 3/4. Bring your coffee up. I like coffee. There we go, that's the baby right there. She's a small little cabin. Jolene's not a big girl anyways. She's just small. She's got no shell. She's fast as hell. That's Jolene, that's for sure. Peel this off. And as a mechanic, sometimes I don't grab the right tools. I probably should have grabbed a ratchet, but I don't mind wrenching it. So we're feeling that we got the teeth in the right place, that we're going to be able to get that on. We're hoping anyways. We're hoping. Yeah, we should put that right on there. I should have got myself some gloves while we're out. Any gloves right there, baby, at all? Any gloves at all? I can get out and get them, but any gloves right close? Now she's into getting my gear and filming. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. She sees everything that's being done on her car, and if there's anything that goes wrong or anything happens, she would probably know what it would be just by watching it go together, you know? Just by watching it go together. Now, how am I going to do this? This thing is heavy. This thing is heavy. I don't know if that thing should be underneath there or not, where it's falling around, rolling around, you know. I just don't know. Maybe I'll stand up, I guess. That fucking thing moves. Alrighty. I'm gonna try to let it down through first, I guess, and see where I'm at. She's soon gonna take off. I wonder if I can put her down ass first. Come on, look. Can't stand on that.
Do you want to rotate that dolly?
Get it underneath my feet, eh? There. Good thinking, sweetheart. Good thinking. It was getting me going. That was getting me going. I gotta. No shift cable, I guess that would be. I don't know where I'll go for now, but here we go. I'm gonna try another down in there. Get off, Mary. Get off. There we go. We're down on. We're sideways, but we're down on. I don't know if that cart is a good thing or not.
Oh, watch out.
Well, I'm gonna pull the cart out, I guess. Damn it. Is there any possible way you can pull that cart out, baby, if I lift that transmission up? Whoop, whoop! Come on, lady! Woo! Heavy. Yeah. Should have something to strap, like a strap. Would be nice. You know what I mean? So I can grab it like that and pick up the tail shaft. I'm gonna try to get something, I think, and put around it. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but there's a battery thing over here. That's all I can even think of it. We're gonna need that. Here we go. Put a strap underneath it. I also, if I'm gonna go get the jack ready, I'll get the jack. I'll get this out of the way. That's gonna be a problem, won't it? It's been a big help, but it'll cause a problem. I haven't stepped on that for me already. Got me cut already. Slice me on. Metal sharp, eh? I'm gonna put the jack in there. What was I jack that can lay underneath that transmission instead of right on that jack. It would be nice. Just cardboard or thin board or maybe a thin piece of metal. Yeah. That'd be nice. Sit on that. Smaller piece would be better, but if it's going to settle. What I'm going to do is shove this underneath here. Take all this metal out of here first. You know, I'm going to get you to shove that in, maybe. About that far. Okay? I'm going to tell you when. You just shove the jack in, and I'm going to pick it up again. And then we'll do it that way. And then we can leave the jack underneath of it to hold the motor transmission. Like let that all free. Right? Whoop whoop! Transmission going in there. Just get a strap right there. Sure, this edge of the metal, the floor pans, you know what I mean? Sharp. Sharp. Hoping I can get that high enough. Underneath her? Come on, slide it right on maybe. You're underneath her?
Yep.
All right. A little bit further. Good. A little bit further. Good. There. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Awesome. Can you turn the handle and jack it like a couple times? See what happens? Turn it. Atta girl. Yep, keep going. Whoa. Just gotta see what's going on here. You're doing a beautiful job. A second. Jack. Let it. Just a second, we're almost there. Whew. What do you think, baby? I got a smile on my face. You see what we just did? Put the transmission on. Just like that, me and you, sexy. Huh? There isn't nothing me and my woman can't do. Nothing. Is there, baby? There's nothing we can't do together as a team. You know, one person alone, it's hard. But if you want to team up with your partner and be on the same path, there's not much that they hold you down, right? One will take place of the other person's, you know, need or want when it's needed. And it really is a good working system if you can partner up with your partner. I really feel that. Happy about that, baby. Look at that, would you? Huh? God love her. Doggy's gonna be proud of us. Huh? Yeah. Metal sharp, that's why I'm going slow here. Metal sharp. No sense getting caught. Oh, come on, baby. Here we go. Now you're talking. God love you. God love you. Look at that, would you? Now, I'm going to come in here and tighten those up. You see, I got a mount, as I'm looking here, I might as well show you, there's a mount right here. I'm gonna weld a mega mount here and mount that. And we will be the only ones that know. When someone goes to pull the engine of this bad boy, they're gonna have to go underneath the dash and disconnect that mount. It's simple as that. That's what's gonna have to happen. Hey, did you see how easy that transmission went on? Huh? A little bit of teamwork, a little bit of slowing down a little bit, you know? Hey, I like that. Gotta like that. Them floor pans, huh? Them damn floor pans, boy. That was a very important thing, is trying to get the tabs lined up, or the tabs so they went in on the transmission. If we didn't, we would have been wrestling it big time, and we would not have got it on and done very well without them tabs being lined up with the pump and the transmission. I've done it before, and that's how I know. Generally, that's how you know everything. You've done it before. You either take it as a lesson, or just do it again and screw up again. Whatever you like to do. But I generally take a lesson from it and go from there. I'm gonna get a ratchet. Beautiful. It's beautiful. It really is. Got a nice size hole here to cover up too. Really, it's not bad at all. I think it's actually just right. Come on, baby. Why? Just a little bite at a time, I guess. I guess that's to make sure that you don't screw the pump system up. And that's how we installed the transmission. That's how we installed the transmission. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish tightening that up. And then we're going to put it in place. By the engine. We'll put the engine in place. We'll put the transmission in place. Try to get it centered up best we can. And then we'll go from there. So we'll bolt that up, get it in place. Then I'm going to have to get underneath the car, hook the mount to the transmission, and I'm going to run the mount for the transmission from inside the chassis to inside the chassis. What we probably will do the exact same thing we're going to do with the engine mounts. We're going to have to. The transmission mount is going to have to drop out of the car to let the engine down and the transmission down. What I think we'll do is we'll run it straight across. We'll bolt it on either lip on each side of the frame, make it nice and clean, and just basic and easy. That's what I want, basic and easy. That went well. I'm just going to go back in, twist some more nuts, I guess. Twist some more nuts. Basically it. The hand grenade. What do you think, baby? That went in easy. That went in good. I've only got a couple gashes. Have a good day, everybody.